Hello, this is Smita Kumar, and you're watching MediCircle. Today on our healthcare startup series, we are having Sagar Bhalotia with us. He is the co-founder of TagZ Food, and he's also an IIT Bombay graduate who has worked with a range of startups like Oyo, Quicker, Healthify Me, and many more. As we see that this Indian packaged snacking market is worth around 35,000 crores, and this sector is dominated by old players and their old ways of creating snacks. Now, traditional players like Balaji, Haldiram, and ITC offer multiple products, but few hold nutritional goodness. It is overloaded with junk and unhealthy food to such an extent that it makes our snacking industry one of the unhealthiest in the world. Now, that's something very surprising to know. So today, let's welcome Sagar and let's know more about TagZ Food from him. So hi Sagar, welcome to MediCircle.
Hi, Smita. Pleasure being on MediCircle. And thanks a lot for inviting me. I hope I'm able to kind of give some information and some knowledge around.
Sure. So let's start with this. Like, as being of the co-founder of TagZ Food, tell us more about this TagZ Food and how you started.
So TagZ basically it's a urban Gen Z snack brand, and as a brand we are there to kind of craft lip smacking snacking experiences for the consumers, which are better for them. Better for you means like much more better than the products or the kind of snacking options available in the market. At the same time, we are a kind of a plastic neutral brand, so we are nature friendly in that way. We are trying our bit to do that. And our brand stands for innovation, better for you snacking. It's a very Gen Z oriented brand and a planet friendly brand. That is how majorly I can put up. The first product that we made is a pop potato chip, which is not fried, not baked, not roasted, not air fried, not vacuum fried. It's completely new technology that we took almost 10, 11 months to develop completely in India. And our product comes across six flavors, three Indianized flavors and three more of a bar snacking range, which are a little more international flavors. We started dips, which again comes across six international gourmet range, six flavors. We recently launched our chocolates as well. We have launched the chocolate cigars basically. So now you don't have to smoke, then when you can eat it. And soon we will be launching cookies range as well, which is again going to be in a little more innovative and better snacking experiences than you have in your market.
So finally,
that's how the brand is kind of revolving around these categories.
Finally, we have something like a healthy snacks. Because like small children, like I also have got a small, very 6-year-old son. He is so much fun. So chips, if you have such a good nutritional replacement, definitely people like me, parents like me, we definitely opting for such nutritional benefits.
Exactly. Yeah. I see the popping technology itself brings down the fat content. So our chips are precisely 57% less fat, but we kind of still say that we are 50% less in fat. It's 30% less in calories. There is no trans fat, no gluten, no palm oil. Even the little bit oil that we use is sunflower oil. It's not palm oil, which is the kind of bad oil which is used by most of the fried snack brands. And there is no preservatives, no artificial colors, flavors. So we have tried to keep it as clean as possible, as well as kind of in the mainstream category, which is the potato chips, we are trying to make a healthier alternative for consumers.
That's good to know. So, but what is like the unique value proposition that TagZ Food is offering for its consumers? Like we have other healthy snacking startups like Snacker Doodle and Snackamore.
Yeah, there are a lot more. I would rather say that's not just like few that you kind of talked about, but there are a lot of brands which are into the very healthy category as well. Firstly, I would not really kind of talking about these, but see, there are two type of companies. I would rather say one which claim to be very healthy, yeah, like super healthy, but essentially they are not. They are just more of a marketing thing, maybe. Then there are companies which are actually trying to kind of disrupt the health market and trying to make something really healthy. Now the thing is that the type of audience that we are targeting. See, these categories if you see that these have been there for quite some time, but have they really disrupted the Indian snacking industry as per se? No, I don't really think so. But does that mean that India is not trying to be healthy? No, that is not the case. Like there are 78% people in India who say that, or who really want to kind of look for some healthier snacking options. But the thing is that snacking is a very taste-led category in India, right? So there are the categories like potato chips, extruded snacks, which like kurkure and all those kind of extruded snacks. Then there is cookies, there is chocolates. Now these are the mainstream categories. So the thing is that they take up like 90% of the whole snacking pie chart. Now what we are trying to do is that we are trying to create better alternatives in these categories. So like potato chips, if I try to replace it with a multigrain or a completely new grain or millet or something, our consumers are still kind of in a nascent stage to adopt this. So what we are trying to do is that picking up those mainstream categories, the taste-led categories, and trying to create a much healthier or a fitter option or an alternative for them. So that is how we can say that we are kind of differentiated from the companies or the brands who are trying to completely bring out a new product or a new innovation in the sense of the base raw materials, which consumers are not really aware of. And also, I would be very honest about it in terms of taste. Potato chips, chocolate, cookies. I mean, these are the tasty options. So while keeping the taste as primary, we are trying to create something better there. So taste is not something that we would try to compromise on, like in terms of creating something bitter or something of those sorts. That is where we trying to kind of create something.
Taste is in India has a very important role. It plays an important role.
Exactly.
It has to be, you have to consider that factor.
Yeah,
How many customers have enjoyed your snacks so far, Sagar?
I think we have probably served to more than like a 5 lakh kind of consumer base. Yes, some of it we cannot really kind of figure out from the retail stores or something, but 5 lakh is a reasonable number that I'm taking because we sold more than 50 lakh plus packets. So this is a comfortable number that I'm kind of speaking about. This is something that's a very reasonable number, but I'm pretty sure it's much more higher than that.
And so, like, you have also raised funds, like in your pre-series A round, you have raised $5 lakh, and also you have raised some undisclosed amount from Ashni Grover of Bharat Tech and Namita Thakur of Pharmacy.
Yes.
So how many funds you have received so far, and how has the funds been utilized? And especially, how easy was it for you to convince Ashneer to invest into your venture?
We have raised around $1.5 million till date, and around $1 million we raised beforehand itself, before start time, and we raised almost 4 CR from our consumer base. That was more interesting than I would be honest. That in Shark Tank we raised definitely money from Ashneer, and post Shark Tank we raised money from Namita. But post that we raised almost 4 CR from consumer through CSOPs, which is consumer stock options, and we got oversubscribed by 800% or something. So that was the kind of love that we got from consumers, and a lot of validation from the consumers that they really wanted the brand to grow, and they have invested in us. So that was like a really good moment for us, like a happy moment for us. So in terms of funding, that has been the case. Other than that, like we have raised money from a couple of VCs, like Agility, Dexter, Nine Unicorns, and a lot of other big names like Arjun Vaidya, Umang Bedi, Dharamveer from Zostel. So there have been a lot of people as well, individually, who have put in their money in capacity. So it has been a continuous journey for us. So I don't think that convincing Ashneer and also Namita was that tough, because we were kind of more than prepared for all the kind of answers or all the kind of data or the numbers that anyone could have possibly asked to us. So we had been through these processes earlier. So it was fun, though. It was very fun. It was a different experience because you were doing it on a live television. So it was a different experience. But in terms of the whole question answers, it was a lot fun and interesting to kind of interact with the sharks there.
And definitely Ashneer is a difficult nut to crack, but you have to be very much prepared, and you need to have with your words, facts, and figures that are you presenting in the
Exactly. No, we were super prepared around it.
So what are your future scale-up and expansion plans, Sagar?
I think we have been growing really fast, and we have been enhancing our capacities of the existing factories. We started with one factory in Bombay, then we set up another factory in Bangalore for just our chips. We might be coming up with another unit. We are increasing the capacities big time. At the same time, we are also trying to kind of get into different categories, new categories, which survive on the same supply chain with new innovative products. So obviously that takes up some money, that takes up some time. There is some capital required for the R&D, for the raw materials and the trials and everything, and then kind of taking it to the market. All those things. So like we are in dips, we are in chocolates now. In chocolates also, we are again, we keep on trying new products. We keep on trying to kind of develop new products, innovative products, exciting products for consumers. Similarly, in cookies, there is something interesting, exciting that is going to come soon. So these are the majorly the places where we have expansion plan in terms of the product thing, in terms of our kind of the channel base. You can say that we have been continuously growing our retail base. We were present in 7 to 8 cities earlier. Now we are present in 20 plus cities, and we would probably be kind of going ahead with a lot of more other tier 1 metro cities. And also the demand has been coming from tier 2 3 cities as well, where we work on a cash and carry model. But the expansion plans are there in terms of improving or increasing our presence on the retail end, and also our online. We are almost there in almost 40 plus channels. So I think there's not much left there. But yeah, Q-commerce is also one sector where we are focusing a lot on.
And regarding some numbers of what your revenues were there in the FY 2022 and what you're planning to close at this end of FY 2023.
So yeah, FY 2022, we ended up operating at an ARR of average, the ARR of 12 CR kind of thing. 11 to 10, 12 CR is what we kind of ended up with. And this is the net revenues that I'm talking about. And the plan to kind of, reach to a 60 CR ARR is what is our plan for the next whole year. And hopefully, looking at the trajectory, we are pretty sure that we will be able to achieve it probably a little earlier as well.
Great to know. So if you and all the best, so that you can definitely achieve all your future expansion plans also, and whatever you are planned to achieve in this year. Thank you so much, Sagar, for joining us today at the Healthcare Startup Series.
My pleasure.
One just quick question I would like to ask you, like, what motivated you? Because see, India is lagging behind in this snacking industry, making it one of the most unhealthiest countries when snacking is considered. So, like, we have all these options. Whenever we are hungry, we just take a packet of chips or a chocolate.
Yeah.
Not obvious, many a times we know that there's a guilt feeling that yes, this is not healthy. So, what exactly motivated you to start TagZ Foods?
Yeah, so I was saying that what you saying that motivation behind starting was that people like you and me, or like as you said that you want to eat chocolate. Now asking a person to switch to supposedly a granola bar is going to be a tough task, and making that a habit is going to be a tough task. Similarly, like fried potato chips, if you have been having it for a long time and you have that craving, I wanted to kind of make or create or craft those kind of products which do not make you leave behind with that craving here. Even after having this healthier product, I still end up eating that once in a while. So creating those taste first product with some innovation and with some kind of giving that better option is what made us do this. And that's the reason that we spent almost 10-11 months in kind of figuring out and developing that product itself. It was not something that we picked up from the market that was just less recreated. So that is where the motivation comes in. And if you see as a brand also, what we want, not just now, but in future also for the future generation, that it's not about just sitting behind a electronic screen or just watching the TV and eating the chips. We want our consumers to lead a healthier lifestyle, a outdoors lifestyle, and eat better. So if you see our brand, it revolves around travel, music, sports, outdoor living, active lifestyle. So we are promoting the whole piece as as a brand we promote a very active, healthy lifestyle, not just eating. So that's how we wanted to kind of create the brand
That's cool to know that you're making more and more people healthier and fitter.
around.
Thank you so much
Exactly, exactly.
for joining us today. I think we have the same objectives. I think we also started MediCircle just because we wanted people to be more informed about the healthcare choices they are making, also the healthcare relevant information which they're getting straight from the doctors. Also, when we talk about
Right, awesome.
startups, the entrepreneurs, it's really a nerve-wracking thing, because when you are not getting investments or something, and when you get it validated. When your customers are getting,
Yeah,
they are complimenting you. I think that's the best thing to
that's the
happen,
great.
and it gives you immense satisfaction. So through this, we
Exactly,
want to
exactly.
like inspire the younger India and the fellow entrepreneurs like you who might have started from scratch, and also might have faced a lot of failures at the beginning, but they are all part and parcel of the journey, the entrepreneurial
Exactly.
journey, and you need to go on and keep moving unless and until you feel that definitely you have solved the problem and you have made a big difference in the ecosystem.
We hope to make a big difference. Yes, we have started. We are on our journey, and hope that we make a big difference, and not just in India but across the globe.
Definitely. So all the best, Sagar, and thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you. Thank you a lot. Thanks a lot.